1,
Just don't
2.
do that. Just pause for a second.
Oh,
Say it in your
it.
Okay, fine.
1, 2, 3. So, what do you think about probiotics?
In general?
Yeah.
Or like probiotics and kombucha?
No, probiotics. Actually, you know what? Before I ask you that, I wanted to say about kombucha that I completely forgot. That we were talking about the timeline. Like, so I first tried it like years ago, right? Mm-hmm. But I never tried it during my weight loss. So it was something I wanted to mention, that it's not something magic for weight loss. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and
yeah. Did I tell you somebody messaged me? Oh no, somebody messaged. Okay, so there's this one guy that was following me, and his friend started following me, and he told her, or she told him, that she started drinking kombucha because she thought it was going to make her lose weight because I drank it.
Like, it's such a misconception that I think, like, just because someone's drinking kombucha, like, it's not the magic
That could be
gateway.
the one thing that's making me fat.
Right, the sugar.
Yeah.
You never know.
So she picked the wrong one, maybe.
She picked the wrong habit to, like...
Like, okay, so you tell me. So you drink kombucha mainly because of the probiotics, or because you enjoy the taste, or a little bit of both, do you think?
A little bit of both. It's not like, I find myself sometimes like, oh, I could really go for a kombucha. Kind of like how people probably say I could go for a beer.
Or a soda.
I'm like, I could really go for a kombucha. And the benefits are like awesome.
They make you feel good.
They make me feel good. No, I don't know if I feel it. No,
well, I mean like mentally.
Mentally, oh, totally. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to get something good out of this. So it's definitely a combination of both, in the same way, like Sophia said, soda and then people with their beer.
How often do you think you have it now?
Like 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like an everyday thing.
I think maybe I have it like a couple times a month. Just because it is expensive.
Yeah, it's not.
And I already have a coffee. I said caffeine.
I have a caffeine.
Because I'm thinking caffeine. I have a coffee addiction already that I've like back and forth on.
Yeah.
But I can only afford one beverage.
Yeah, one or the other. And she's
addiction.
probably going to go for
caffeine.
Caffeine. Go for caffeine instead of the kombucha.
Somebody told me, they're like, why don't you just take caffeine pills?
Like, what?
And I'm like, why? Like, I enjoy the coffee, and I don't just want the caffeine.
Stupid.
Caffeine. Anyway, but I did want to say, so for the kombucha, like, it's really interesting because for the most part, I mean, I told you I've only probably started drinking it maybe in the last year, and I initially was like, oh, this is great, you know, I'm replenishing good probiotics in my body, this is great, I'm doing something good for myself. And then, and generally I feel good when I drink it. I actually,
some people blow.
Hold on, that's what I was gonna say. But before I got there, I was gonna say, I actually, because I don't drink alcohol very often, because again, I can only afford one addiction.
Currently it's caffeine.
It's never been alcohol. But anyway, but when I drink kombucha, I actually get buzzed. Like sometimes.
Oh, well, they're the black top labels.
Sometimes I drink it at work and I'm like, I don't think this is safe. Like, I don't operate any heavy machinery.
Well, it says on the bottle you can only buy if you're 21 on certain
some
brands.
of them, but forever, always, like, they'll make
Maybe that's why I drink it. Because
you're an alcoholic,
because I'm an alcoholic.
We'll see what Liam turns out like.
Oh, my sweet Liam, he drinks. He has a couple
kombucha.
He has a couple sips.
He probably gets super buzzed.
Yeah, it's probably like he's crazy.
I'm 135 pounds and I get super buzzed.
From I mean, literally, he gets.
I'll drink half of it. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just joking about you.
No, you're right about the bloating, though.
Yeah, like, so the bloating is
that's
really interesting.
Another thing. Like, I don't know.
So I've read that it's because what?
We're letting me finish my sentence.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I lost my.
I thought you were gonna say the same thing over and over again. Like,
I do.
Like that. It makes you blow, and I'm like, yeah, you said that.
No, that's not what I was gonna
tell
say.
Them why.
I forgot.
I'm sorry. I interrupted Sarah. Maybe she was going to give you the one piece of advice that was going to change your life, and now you'll never know.
Now you'll never know.
You're just going to be stuck.
Continue with your...
Well, I was just going to say the bloating I've read is because it has something to do with, like, almost like, I don't know tons about it, but some people have, like, a bacterial overgrowth, and you're actually
feeding it.
Yeah. So depending on how healthy your gut already is, it could be beneficial or it could actually be detrimental to your overall healthy gut.
That totally makes sense. And what I'm thinking is that I didn't drink it when I was like in my weight loss, like the hardcoreness of it. So I introduced it when I was already eating healthy food. So I
had a little world to support it.
Right. Yeah. Versus having a damaged world. and then feeding. So I don't know. I don't even think it's not something if you're like trying to lose weight that it's going to add anything to. And now that you're saying
it's not going to be a game
know.
changer. This isn't a game changer for your weight loss
no.
or health goals. This
literally
is just something fun.
Maybe a soda replacement, maybe alcohol.
And potentially the benefit of probiotics, because I even read that, like, yeah, you're getting probiotics maybe, but are they alive? Are they not?
That's a huge
How many are in
thing.
There? Like, you don't really know. Are they even good for you?
That's the thing about probiotics is like really. Like, I take a capsule two capsules a day.
Mm-hmm. Like of an actual probiotic.
Of an actual probiotic, not a day actually. Maybe 2 or 3 times a week because I incorporate other probiotically rich foods into my diet. But I know she's trying to bite my hand. I know that not all, like, some of them will get to your intestines and they're not even alive, and it's like, what's the point of it? So, and that could be all probiotics.
What's the point of meat? I mean, you eat the meat, it's not even alive once it gets there.
Tastes good.
I'm just kidding.
But
that actually takes us to a really good point, which is like overall probiotics.
What do you think about them? That's what my original question was.
I think they're good for the most part, but it goes back to the same thing because I've going along the same lines of like the kombucha causing bloating. Like for some people, taking probiotics will actually make things worse.
Well,
or the type of probiotics, how much you're taking, whether or not you're changing it up, because you don't necessarily want to replenish.
Not the same strain either. Like I've heard you need to alternate your
even your probiotic source.
And that's why I don't do, like, there's a brand of probiotics that I do like.
Something Life, isn't it?
Silver Fern.
Oh, Silver Fern. That's the first one. That's your number one.
That's my number one because I believe what they're saying and how they've gotten it tested. And these ones, they show up in your
poop.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, I don't know. But they're alive when they get to where they need to be, which is huge.
I was gonna say something stupid.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I just got distracted for a second, and I was gonna tell you about how there was, because I have a guava tree, and I've been eating nonstop guavas for like the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Does your poop smell fruity?
That, and then for the last 3 weeks, there's been seeds in my poop.
That is like.
And when you said it's stuff coming out, and then I said poop, I thought about guava seeds.
I don't have enough coffee in me to like entertain this right now. But guava seeds come out in Sophia's poop. Mm-hmm. That's.
But you were talking about probiotics not coming out somewhere else.
Yeah, coming out alive. I mean, what was I saying?
Oh, I think you mean like they don't necessarily show up
alive.
And
that's what you want, is them to be alive in order to work their magic down there.
Yeah.
Because their probiotics are alive.
And they are
bacteria. And I do think they're
potential. Well, what's really interesting, I think, is that they've and when I say they, it's a very broad they. It's like scientists and stuff in labs have studied like different populations around the world and different populations of healthy and unhealthy people, and all of their guts look different. So not necessarily because one person is healthy in like Africa does that mean that their gut microbiota is going to match the healthy gut of like somebody from Scandinavia. Like it's almost like genetically you're predisposed to being able to consume certain foods to be healthy. And then that in turn will determine what your gut looks like, or what a healthy gut for you looks like.
I'm fascinated with the gut health right now. Like,
well, it's like the newest
to talk more about it, but I want to learn more.
Well, there's so much to learn, and the bottom line, it's kind of like nutrition. Like, they don't know what good or bad is. So
I think our bodies are so different.
I think at the end of the day, like, you go with how you feel, how that probiotic makes you feel, and then to keep things not interesting, but to keep things flowing in a good direction, I would say just change it up constantly.
Yeah, I agree. Change it up. Try different ones, different sources. Like, I get my probiotic rich foods from like kimchi and sauerkraut and
like your fermented foods.
For my fermented foods. I don't always rely on a probiotic because I want to try the real deal. I
like rotation.
I want a rotation. I want different. And it has been helping with my digestion. When I'm
and
on
those
a
are
good
more
regimen.
natural too. Like when you think about it, those are ones that our ancestors have been. Like, they somehow knew that this was beneficial to us.
Yeah.
And then what we're getting in a capsule...
It's like a lab, and who knows the credibility.
Yeah.
The one I take, I'm like...
You know what's really gross?
It's expensive.
You know what's really gross?
The seeds in your poop.
Yeah, that too. Well, they're kind of cool. Because it's nice to be able to track food going through my entire body.
That's true. I don't want to see a picture, though. I'll trust them.
Did I tell you my other really gross story?
What?
I mean, it's kind of cool. So I had gone to Bates Nut Farm. Bates Nut Farm. It's like our pumpkin patch.
It's so fun there.
Yeah.
We do that too.
And so I'm one of those people that will taste the food, and if I really like it, I'll just eat all of it for like the whole day. And so that day I bought this bag of pumpkin squash seeds. So it's like the pumpkin seed inside of like the squash seed. And they're so good.
And those should have been your poop.
And I ate the entire bag. It was like a half-pound bag that I ate.
I'm surprised you're not growing a pumpkin.
I don't know. It could be. If I were 5, I'd probably think I was growing a pumpkin.
I think there's a book on that.
Probably.
Oh, no,
but anyway, so that was on a Sunday. And then, like, generally I chew my food. But
all we did.
I always kind of, because I poop daily, and sometimes I poop 2 times a day. If I'm lucky.
The lucky soul.
If I'm lucky, I'll poop 3, depending on what I ate or how much I moved. And then, so I always kind of figured, okay, well, whatever I ate, you know, yesterday is what I'm pooping today. But
how long did it take?
On Wednesday of that following week is when I finally, like, I went to the bathroom, and it was a slightly different feeling.
She loves this.
Well, it's interesting. Well, I was fascinated because I was like, what is this feeling that I'm like, what's coming out? Like, it wasn't pain, but it was just like,
this is weird.
There's something a little scratchy. And so, obviously, I look over to see what it is, and it was pumpkin seeds that hadn't been fully chewed.
Yeah.
So it took 3 days, but I don't know if it took 3 days because it takes my poop 3 days, or
like
it takes
your
food,
transit,
or if it's because they were so like fibrous or something, or undigestible that it took longer. So I kind of want to run other tests to see how long it takes stuff to move through my body. So I'm gonna try to eat corn and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Maybe some popcorn.
But will you not chew it as well?
Well,
or just really look at?
Well, I chewed the seeds
just
well enough to
change
swallow.
Liam's diaper. That will literally
Well, that's
you'll
him.
See,
that's his
digestive.
You want to know see how long it takes my poop to come through me.
If I pooped a lot, I would have something to say to this. But
I feel like
still
you guys know too much about my shit now.
And my lack of shit. Oh, I don't like to say shit. Lack of poop.
Pooey?
Poopy.
Well, don't say shit.
But I can't. It sounds so
just
aggressive.
Vulgar?
I'm not vulgar at all.
Yeah, she's a lady.
Anyways.
So you were saying...
So I was saying...
that you change up your probiotics.
I change up my probiotics, which is something I do recommend. Like, don't stick to one brand and one... And I think you should really try to get it from natural foods. And they might taste weird in the beginning, but they have benefits, and you can mix them in bowls.
It's like dating.
It's
like you don't want to just date one person. You want to date multiple people until you find the one that works for you. And then even when you find the one that works for you, you might want to change them.
I don't recommend that part. If you're married, stick to the probiotic strain.
That's like when you've fully flourished your gut microbiome into its ideal home. And then you get married.
There you go. That's a really good way of thinking. We should leave it at that. Okay. You wait until you've flourished your biome. AKA marriage.
You know what? I actually ran out of probiotics recently. Not recently, maybe about a month ago. So I haven't been taking any.
How are you feeling?
I feel fine.
But I've
also been eating guava for 3 weeks. And I think guava makes things move through.
So you haven't noticed? Because I do think when I'm on a good regimen, I'm going.
Yeah.
Enough. More than I used to.
Yeah.
So I think there's something to the ones I'm taking.
Yeah.
And I like them.
So bottom line, kombucha, yay.
Yay, I'm for it.
But don't think it's going to change your life.
It's not going to change your life.
Probiotics, they're good for you.
They're good for you.
You should
experiment.
Try them because generally they seem to be positive.
Beneficial.
But again,
none of these things matter if the rest of your diet's crap.
That's perfect. I think we should end like that. Say it one more time so they hear you.
None of these things matter unless can't say it twice.
Yeah.
Just go back. Rewind. I said
30 seconds.
it great there.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.